The Cabal, they've been around for a while and have had tons of different variations. Destiny 1 factions like the Sand Eaters, the Skyburners, Destiny 2's Red Legion, Shadow Legion, and Emperor's Personal Guard. Renegades brings them back in a strange new way. There's some type of deal going on here, and the Nine are clearly involved. The Berant Imperium are a new Cabal faction and have some pretty devastating powers. Today we talk about what we know, who their leader may be, and much more. The story begins with the Drifter. He is the key. Drifter has been long studying the Nine, involved in their schemes. He was there on Kepler, and now he believes he sees a link between the Nine and a new faction of Cabal emerging in the system, specifically on Mars. The Praxic Order and Order of Warlocks has also been looking into reality-altering technology. So those two are on the same page, while the Vanguard either want nothing to do with this, or are not read into the full picture. Guardians are going renegade to address this new problem. The Hidden are reporting a new sect at work on Mars. Their livery and weapons are fresh, and they're doing brisk trade with the local gangs. Fallen, Vex, and even splintered off groups of their own faction. But this new faction of Cabal are big players in the Martian arms trade. They have guns and armor for sale beyond the usual refurbished Red Legion junk. And turns out they are stockpiling tons of gear and paracausal weapons. They even stole 3 weapons of interest from Xur, which have connections to the darkness. And beyond just stealing whatever he had in his inventory, they also wanted to figure out where he was coming from and going to when leaving the tower. Likely their foot in the door to contact and interact with the Nine themselves. They have Scion engineers making strange ciphers out of elements, trying to decode information. And from the knowledge they're decoding, they are searching for the Drifter, which we see in the trailer for Renegades. The Drifter's ship flying through space, the derelict not attached. But take a look at the Imperium concepts and armor. It's a very sleek white, reminiscent of clone troopers from Star Wars. They of course seem to be inspired by just that. We also have pictures of their logo. The Imperium has seemed to develop a massive weapon that needs to be destroyed. With all these super weapons, paracausality, and the Nine involved, it can't be good. Are they trying to destroy a planet, the entire system? Maybe a member of the Nine had this constructed to take out another member of the Nine. We know they are at war with each other or believe in different ideals, so that could get pretty crazy. In a description for the new story missions, it says the Drifter pursues a cryptic warning from the Nine about the Barant Imperium's deadly new superweapon, the Nightfall Station. Forge uneasy alliances with rival syndicates and take on dangerous jobs that pull you deeper into a hidden world of shifting loyalties and escalating conflict. So it really does seem to be a DEATHSTAR type situation. It's called the Nightfall Station though. Makes me wonder if they built this station, if they're using maybe parts of Phobos to create this, or what the heck is going on there. A new lore card from the Imperium Incubator Sparrow tells us about this warship and how it's being created. My Kayang. I am finally recovering from my fever and should be released from this damned warship soon if my tasks finish on the Cabal's schedule. The days are running into each other. This station is taking decades to design, not that anyone will know. It'll look like days, maybe a week at most, but it's a lifetime without you in it. Despite that, the warship still feels like a maze. I've given up trying to decipher it. Sketch a floor plan with some passageways crossed out, either dead ends or too guarded to push forward. These Cabal have identified themselves under the Berant Imperium. Just from my guess, they are former Cabal Ascendancy troops. The guards assigned me to have expressed some nasty opinions on Empress Keitel. They're so damn loud, it's hard to think, not that I can tell them as such. They answer to someone new. I don't know the name. Sketches of the Imperium guard standing in front of a lab door. They've been building some sort of weapon while I've been working on the station. I think the two are connected somehow. I tried to inquire about it and nearly had my arm ripped off. Haven't asked about it since. You'll need to find out about that yourself. Sketches of the cosmic incubator. Don't let them find this, Kai Young. Give this letter to Eris when you're done with it, and please stay safe. I love you. Dr. M. Simone Lee. So it seems the Imperium have this doctor either hostage, or there's some type of deal behind the scenes, where the doctor is working on the ship to build it up, I guess. The doctor doesn't know the full picture, they just are kind of there doing their job. They give sketches of the floor plan, the Imperium guards, and the cosmic incubator, which seems to be the link to this massive superweapon. An incubator is an enclosed apparatus providing a controlled environment for the care and protection of a premature or unusually small baby. In this case, maybe an enclosed environment to care for something in the cosmos. Is this the superweapon to destroy the cosmos? Is it something to create some other timeline? I have no idea. But that card gives us further hints about the Imperium and their goals with this weapon. It'd be cool if we got to actually meet maybe this doctor on a side mission in Renegades. Kind of like how we saw the Aeonian scientist out on Kepler, but I guess we'll see. Another interesting aspect of that card is how this thing is being built. The doctor says it took decades, but for others on the outside it'll only look like a couple of weeks. So how is that possible? Are the 9 assisting with time travel shenanigans again? Maybe they are, maybe the Scions are doing something with timelines. The Bungie writers have said they aren't going to lean too much into time travel, down deeper paths. So it definitely does make me wonder how they're doing this. Were they constructing this massive ship in secret? On the surface of Mars or in unknown space of the 9? They did take those flight plans from Xur. So the station seems to be being built under time dilation. This works story-wise and also makes sense for why this random station suddenly pops up for players in December, especially if we knew nothing about it before. Now it is mentioned in the lore and the Vidoc that the Imperium Cabal are involved in trades. But there seems to be a splintered group of Imperium that your Guardian can work with in Renegades. They are called the Totality Division. They are led by a Scion and play a part in this syndicate underworld. So that's definitely kind of cool. We fight the Imperium, have this new enemy, but also have this Jabba the Hutt-like faction to work for under the table. Maybe get some information for the right price, of course. As for the overall Imperium, we aren't sure who their leader is. I'm sure the 9 are connected somewhat, but who's at the top commanding the troops? Is it a Scion like in the Totality Division? Or is it this guy? We've only seen glimpses in the trailer, and Bungie wants to keep the big bad a secret as we head toward release, so let me know what you think in the comments. This definitely does look like Gaul on steroids, much more dark and scary. But anyway, Guardians, that's all we got for today's video. A quick look into the Barant Imperium. The new Cabal faction will be fighting in Renegades. If you'd like to see some more Destiny news, lore, and mysteries just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.